Indian Army is one of the best, most well-trained army of the world.
Your family has a legacy of more than 150 years in the armed forces.
I was standing on a boulder when enemy bullet hit my head.
What was the reason behind choosing asylum?
The whole scene was so noisy, and to crown that, the war cries of Rajput saying Bol Bajrang Bali ki Jai and enemy saying Allahu Akbar. It was a big Diwali show. You cannot imagine the volume of fire that was being brought onto us.
What was the reason for 65 war?
Pakistan, they are undependable. They cannot be trusted. And they can never stop involving with shenanigans. They thought it'll be a very easy task to capture
To
Kashmir.
get Kashmir to Pakistan.
That four Rajputs will capture point 3620 by 0500 hours on 17th.
So you volunteered for this attack, particular attack.
Britishers not played foul and intervened that ceasefire be declared. We would have even occupied POK.
What was the enemy's weaponry like?
Even during war, you can't forget that. That is Izzat.
The year was 1965. Does that ring a bell? आज हम आपको इस स्पेशल पॉडकास्ट में एक ऐसे सफ़र पर लेकर जाएंगे, एक ऐसी कहानी से रूबरू कराएंगे जो कि ना आपको किसी किताब में मिलेगी और ना ही किसी बॉलीवुड स्क्रिप्ट में. ये कहानी है एक ऐसे फौजी की, एक ऐसे सोल्जर की जिन्होंने जंग सिर्फ देखी नहीं बल्कि जी है. यस, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द 1965 वॉर बिटवीन इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान. Our guest for today was a highly decorated officer in the Indian Army who has fought valiantly for our country in the 1965 war and the 1971 war. He was awarded the Veer Chakra for his brilliance, for his grit, for his courage and precision in the 1965 war. He happens to come from a family with over 150 years of legacy in the Indian Army, which is quite rare to see. So please welcome our guest for today, Colonel Ranbir Singh. Sir, welcome to our show. मुझे बहुत गर्व और सच बताऊं तो मैं खुश नसीब हूँ कि इस महान देश में पैदा हुआ. हम अगर चैन से सो रहे हैं, it is all cause of the army, cause of our armed forces. So I have very deep and huge respect for all the armed forces personnel. स्वागत है सर आपका सीसीसी में. कैसे हैं आप?
Thank you, Anirudh, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity
Yeah,
to share my experiences with others. I'm
absolutely
grateful.
sir, absolutely. स्टार्टिंग में ही ना सर अभी मैंने बोला था कि योर फैमिली हैज़ अ लेगेसी ऑफ मोर देन 150 years in the armed forces, which is very rare to see. It is quite commendable. जब हम वॉर की बात करते हैं तो हम सर सिर्फ कहानियाँ सुनते हैं या हमें न्यूज़पेपर से पता लग जाता है या मीडिया से पता लग जाता है. बट यू आर समबडी हु हैज़ एक्सपीरियंस्ड वॉर ट्वाइस एंड यू हैव लेड ऑपरेशंस. तो आज आपसे हम 1965 वॉर के ऊपर, 1971 वॉर के ऊपर बात करेंगे. इस एपिसोड में 65 वॉर पे बात करेंगे. बट बिफोर दैट आई वॉन्ट टू थ्रो सम लाइट on that family legacy of 150 years. If you can please walk us down that path.
Thank you, I'll do so.
Yes, sir.
जो हमारा सिलसिला शुरू हुआ है फौज के साथ,
हाँ जी.
वो मेरे ग्रैंडफादर से शुरू हुआ, नारायण सिंह,
Right.
1869.
1869.
बहुत ही दिलचस्प किस्सा है. हमारी फैमिली घोड़े रखते थे और मेरे ग्रैंडफादर अपने दोस्तों के साथ खन्ने जा रहे थे.
Right.
रास्ते में उन्होंने देखा कि एक कैवलरी यूनिट सड़क पे आराम कर रही है. बहुत ही अच्छे घोड़सवार थे. वो अपने आप को रोक ना सके कि थोड़ा प्रदर्शन दिखाऊं मैं,
अच्छा.
थोड़ा घोड़सवारी का करामात दिखाऊं.
Right. So he showed off his skills over
उन्होंने
there.
शुरू किया,
ठीक है.
बहुत तगड़े घोड़सवार थे, पूरी रेजिमेंट ने दिलचस्पी दिखाई और देखते रहे कि ये नौजवान कैसे एक्रोबैट्स कर रहा है घोड़े पे। फिर सीओ साहब ने उनको कहा इस नौजवान को बुलाओ।
अच्छा, he was present there. The CEO was present there.
हाँ, सीओ वाज देयर, पूरी यूनिट थी ना।
Okay.
द कंप्लीट 6 Bengal cavalry unit,
Yeah.
cavalry was there.
Okay.
CEO called him
Right.
and he appreciated the young man, that is my grandfather, and he asked him, would you like to join my regiment?
Okay.
Straightway, grandfather said yes,
अच्छा, then and there.
there and there.
Oh wow.
You see, today there are exams, written exam, physical exam, but in olden days, people had power. CEOs had the power to recruit you there and then. That is how our love affair, our mission with the army started in 1869. Next came his son, that is my father, Brigadier Sukhdev Singh. He joined the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, in 1933, and he passed out as an officer in 1935,
1935, pre-independence.
pre-independence. Now that you have asked me, the academy opened in 1932.
अच्छा. Okay.
Coming back, after commission, father joined 1st Patiala. It was known as 1st Patiala Rajendra Sikh Infantry. They were the state forces. 1st Patiala is now 15 Punjab. Thereafter, father's 3 sons, that is my elder 2 brothers and myself, we joined the army in different timings in 1963. Here I want to tell you, there is a tradition in the army. When you pass out, they ask you, what is your choice of arm and service?
कहाँ जाना चाहते हो आप?
कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं? तो मेरे दोनों भाइयों ने पंजाब रेजिमेंट के लिए चॉइस दी, जो कि मेरे पिताजी की पलटन थी,
पेरेंटल राइट हो गया वो.
पेरेंटल राइट,
ठीक है.
और उनको दोनों को पंजाब रेजिमेंट मिल गई। मेरी बारी आई, लेकिन मैंने पेरेंटल राइट नहीं लिया।
But why, sir?
बहुत
Like
ही
since your elder brothers they went for the same battalion, why didn't you choose?
I was highly independent and I wanted to carve out a niche for myself.
Okay, so you wanted to stand out.
स्टैंड आउट, अपना वजूद खुद बनाना चाहता था मैं। नहीं तो काफ़ी देर तक मैं ब्रिगेडियर सुखदेव का लड़का रहता, उनकी शेडो के नीचे काम करता। मैं चाहता था कि मेरा वजूद मैं खुद बनाऊं, लोग रणवीर सिंह के नाम पे जाने, ना कि ब्रिगेडियर सुखदेव सिंह सन। आई ऑप्टेड फॉर राजपूत। ये भी एक, इसमें भी एक घुंडी है।
अच्छा.
जब पिताजी एक ब्रिगेड कमांड कर रहे थे शिलोंग में, उस टाइम 17 राजपूत उनके ब्रिगेड में थी। मुझे वो बड़े स्मार्ट ट्रूप्स लगे राजपूत, और ख़ास तौर पे अभी तो नहीं करते, पुराने ज़माने में कलगी होती थी ऊपर, सिख ऑफिसर भी हैकल, उसे हैकल कहते हैं, वो हैकल लगाते थे। मुझे अच्छा लगा, तो मैंने राजपूत रेजिमेंट के लिए चॉइस दी और मेरी पोस्टिंग 4 राजपूत हो गई।
Okay, so that is where you like realized कि this is where I want to go. Okay.
उसके बाद चौथी जनरेशन वो थी मेरे भाइयों के लड़के। जो सबसे बड़ा भाई है मेरा, उनका लड़का कैप्टन करमिंदर सिंह कंग, वो श्रीलंका में 89 में शहीद हो गया।
अच्छा, ओ, because of the Sri Lankan war
तो
with the
श्रीलंका के साथ ना हम गए थे,
IPKF. Yes, yes.
वो फोर्स गई
Peacekeeping
थी।
force थी जो.
हाँ, वहीं पे वो श्रीलंका में
Okay.
शहीद हो गया।
With they were fighting with LTTE.
हाँ जी।
Right.
तो ये सिलसिला
Okay.
फौज के साथ 4 जनरेशन रहा। एक और चीज़ मैं समझाना चाहता हूँ, वो क्या, 4 जनरेशन तो कई मौके पे होती हैं,
Yeah.
भाई, भतीजा, चाचा, ताया, लेकिन एक ही परिवार के ग्रैंडफादर,
नीचे।
फादर, हिज चिल्ड्रन एंड देयर चिल्ड्रन,
Quite a rare sight.
इट्स अ वेरी रेयर फिनोमेना।
एब्सोल्युटली।
तो ऐसे चार जनरेशन्स इनकी मिशनरी ज़ील रही फौज के साथ संबंध रखने की और मुल्क की सेवा करने की।
राइट।
एक और चीज़ मैं बताना चाहता हूँ यहाँ पे जो विशेष है, वो है ये 4 जनरेशन्स ने फाइटिंग आर्म्स के लिए ऑप्ट किया।
कोई भी पीछे नहीं रहना चाहता था। They
Right.
wanted to fight
Fighting
for the.
arms.
They wanted to fight for the country.
फाइट फॉर द कंट्री।
They had that jazba, what you call.
हाँ जी,
Yeah.
अगर फौज ज्वाइन करनी है
Yeah.
तो फिर पीछे मुड़ के क्या देखना है?
फिर तो आपने वो जज्बे के साथ
फिर
आप
तो
घुस गए ना
देखना है
उसमें।
कितना दम बाजू कातिल में है।
Absolutely.
उसके बाद ये 4 जनरेशन में क्या कमाया हमारी फैमिली ने।
Okay.
मैं शुरू करता हूँ मेरे ग्रैंडफादर से, रसालदार नारायण सिंह।
ठीक है।
जब वो रिटायर हुए वो जागीरदार बनाए गए
Okay.
और उनको जागीर दी गई। लैंड अलॉटमेंट होती थी
उस जमाने में।
ब्रिटिशर्स के टाइम पे,
Right.
तो उनको जागीर मिली और जागीरदार
So he was
बने
in the British Army.
ब्रिटिश आर्मी।
Right.
उसके बाद उन्होंने और उनको ओहदा दिया ज़ैलदार।
Okay. What is that?
ज़ैलदार एक ओहदा था जैसे जागीरदार है।
Yeah.
ज़ैलदार 12 गांव के वो मुखिया थे।
अच्छा।
ज़ैलदार।
Wow.
और तीसरा जो उनको क्रेडिट मिला, ऑनर मिला, वो था वो दरबारी नियुक्त हुए महाराज के दरबार में।
और ये जो 12 गांव थे ये कौन से थे?
ये पूरे गांव तो भी याद नहीं है मुझे,
पर कौन सा एरिया था इस बारे में?
खन्ने के इर्द गिर्द।
अच्छा, खन्ने के इर्द गिर्द। ओके।
हाँ, खन्ने के इर्द गिर्द। और जो जागीर मिली उनको वो भी गांव से 10 किलोमीटर दूर मिली।
ओके, ठीक है।
अगला आते हैं मेरे पिताजी
या
ब्रिगेडियर सुखदेव सिंह। उनको 1946 में मिलिट्री क्रॉस मिला इंडोनेशिया में। एक जगह का नाम है बैंडंग। वहाँ पे उन्होंने बड़ी बहादुरी दिखाई। एक आर्मड स्क्वाड्रन माइनफील्ड में फंसा हुआ था। इनकी कंपनी वहाँ से गुजर रही थी, इनसे रहा नहीं गया। बड़ी बहादुरी से लड़ाई करके उन्होंने उस आर्मड स्क्वाड्रन को हिफाजत के साथ निकाला और सुरक्षित किया। उनको इसके लिए मिलिट्री क्रॉस मिला
सुपर।
1946 में।
ये वर्ल्ड वॉर के टाइम की बात है।
वर्ल्ड वॉर 2
वर्ल्ड वॉर 2
इंडोनेशिया में मिला उनको।
क्या बात है सर।
उसके बाद उस टाइम तो ये कंपनी कमांडर थे। अभी चलते हैं 48 में,
आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस।
48 आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस।
या
मैं ये जो 48 का पूरा किस्सा है वो बाद में बताऊंगा, लेकिन इस वक्त यही है कि उनको कमांड मिली 1st पटियाला की और ज़ुईला बैटल में कमांड के तौर पे बहादुरी के लिए उनको वीर चक्रा
ओके,
दिया गया।
लाइक फादर लाइक सन।
उसके बाद वॉर डेकोरेटेड इंडिया WDI वॉर डेकोरेटेड एक एसोसिएशन है, उन्होंने वो प्रचलित की।
अच्छा।
उसका मकसद था जितने भी गैलेंटी वार विलन हैं उनको और उनके परिवार को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सहूलियत मिले, रिकग्निशन मिले।
राइट।
वो 6 साल के लिए उसके प्रेसिडेंट रहे। एक और गवर्नमेंट ने सराहना की फैमिली की। उनको वॉर जागीर दी गई क्योंकि उनके 3 लड़के फौज में फाइटिंग आर्म में थे इमरजेंसी के टाइम पे।
ओके।
जब तक वो थे उनको वॉर जागीर मिलती रही।
ओके।
तो ये बहुत ही रेयर चीज़ें हैं।
बट
जबकि
वॉर जागीर अब तो नहीं मिलती।
अब तो नहीं है।
अच्छा, उस टाइम पर
उससे मिलती थी उनको।
तो आपको पर्सनली क्या बेटर लगता है कि वॉर जागीर मिलनी चाहिए या ठीक है अभी जो चल रहा है?
पैसे की इतनी अहमियत नहीं है जितना है कि आपको ऑनर किया जा रहा है,
या
तो उस ऑनर के लिए आपको बड़ी
सो यू काइंड ऑफ थिंक कि वो वापस आना चाहिए
see you
system.
feel so elated that the
Yeah.
country recognizes your services.
Yeah.
It is not the money, it is the honor.
Absolutely.
When you are fighting,
Yeah.
I
It gives
want
you a
to-
sense of accomplishment, I think.
I want to add another
Yeah.
thing. When you go to war and you are fighting, let us say there are 120 people attacking a post. You hardly get 3-4 gallantry awards. It
Out
is
of
not,
out of 120.
it is not
Yeah.
that others didn't fight.
Yeah.
Others also got wounded. Others also fought. It is how your valor,
Yeah.
your fighting spirit impresses people at that point of time. And that is recognized.
I see what you're saying.
इसमें मुकद्दर भी आ जाता है, डेस्टिनी भी आ जाती है।
कि जिसकी जिंदगी में जो लिखा है उसे वो मिल रहा है.
बिल्कुल, ये बहुत ही रिकग्निशन की बात है। उसके बाद आई हम 3 भाइयों की बारी। तो 65 वॉर तो आपको मालूम होगा शुरू हुआ अगस्त के आखिर में।
But before that, sir, we will continue with that. You have a super rich heritage, I would say. Legacy तो है, ये बहुत rich legacy है. When you got commissioned, where were you posted?
मैं
सबसे
आपको-
पहली posting
मैं
कहाँ
आपको बताऊंगा।
थी? Yeah.
तो अभी जब हमारे तीनों की बारी आई, मैं बात कर रहा था उपलब्धि की कि क्या क्या ऑनर दिए। 65 वॉर तो बाद में शुरू हुआ, लेकिन मई में एक आइसोलेटेड अटैक में मुझे गैलेंट्री अवार्ड मिला वीर चक्र का।
Yeah.
ये बहुत रेयर चीज़ है वेयर फादर एंड सन गेट गैलेंट्री अवार्ड विनर।
दोनों वीर चक्र.
दोनों को वीर चक्र मिला। और एक और इसमें विशेष बात है, 60 किलोमीटर दूर कारगिल से टुवर्ड्स श्रीनगर इस द्रास जुजीला पास।
Yeah.
पिताजी को मिला वीर चक्र वहाँ पे 48 में,
Yeah.
मुझे 65 में मिला कारगिल में 60 किलोमीटर दूरी पे सिर्फ।
How does it feel, sir, when you got the Veer Chakra?
It felt great.
Okay.
You see, as I told you, there are so many people who go and fight, but you feel elated, you feel honored.
Yeah, you're the chosen one. Yeah.
Now coming back to your question, after commission in 63, 14th July, I reached Firozpur.
Okay.
You must know that today people are wearing disrupted uniform, which doesn't require pressing every day, nor any starch is required. But during the olden days, my time, you had cotton uniform which had to be starched.
Regular press करना पड़ता था उसे.
बिल्कुल स्टार्च लगा के प्रेस करना पड़ता था।
Okay. ठीक.
और उसमें आप ज़्यादा बैठ भी नहीं सकते थे, नहीं तो बल पड़ जाएंगे, सलवट पड़ जाएंगे।
Okay.
मैं जी वहाँ ब्रांड न्यू यूनिफॉर्म पहन के उतरा। 3 चीज़ें हुई। पहली तो मैंने चारों तरफ देखा कि कुली मिले, कोई कुली न था।
ठीक है.
और उन दिनों में जो चिट्ठियाँ थी वो बहुत देर के बाद घर पहुँचती पलटनों में। मैंने लिखी थी कि मैं 14 जुलाई को वहाँ पहुँच रहा हूँ, चिट्ठी मिली नहीं, रिसेप्शन में कोई नहीं आया। आप बात कर रहे थे ना कि भी आपको वो बहुत सेवा करते हैं, लुक आफ्टर करते हैं, लेकिन जब वो आए ही नहीं
Okay.
तो गाड़ी चलने वाली थी।
Yeah.
विद पुअर ग्रेस वो बड़ा IMA बॉक्स और बिस्तरा मुझे खुद नीचे उतारना पड़ा।
अच्छा. Okay.
ये नहीं कि अपना काम करने में कोई शर्म नहीं होती,
Yeah.
पर लेकिन ब्रांड न्यू सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट तो फिर और ही चीज़ होती है।
Yeah.
ये पहली चीज़ थी। सामान खुद उतारा, कुली मिला नहीं। दूसरी, रिसेप्शन पार्टी नहीं आई।
Okay.
तीसरा क्या हुआ,
कोई लेने नहीं आया मतलब.
कोई लड़ने नहीं आया।
अच्छा, अकेले ही पहुंच के अकेले ही जाना है आगे।
और मैं इससे पहले मुझे याद नहीं, अगर पिताजी के साथ मैं कभी गया हूँ फिरोजपुर मुझे मालूम नहीं, लेकिन मैं होशोवास में फिरोजपुर नहीं गया।
ठीक है।
तो मैं थोड़ी दूर जाके एक आदमी खड़ा था, मैंने पूछा भाई यहाँ टैक्सी कहाँ मिलेगी। उसने, उसके चेहरे पे बड़ा मस्कीन सा हासा था। उसने मुझे नीचे से ऊपर देखा, कहता लेफ्टिनेंट साहब आप कहीं गलत फहमी में तो नहीं हैं?
अच्छा।
कि सोच के दिल्ली है आप उतराए। 63 में वो कहाँ टैक्सी थी, ना स्कूटर रिक्शे थे, ना रिक्शे थे, सिर्फ टोंगे थे। तो उसने बड़ा मस्कीन सा, इसको ना ब्रैश ह्यूमर कहते हैं, क्रूड ह्यूमर, पर लेकिन पंजाब में ये चलती है। तो मुझे वो डाइजेस्ट करनी पड़ी। मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए था कि भी फिरोजपुर छोटा सा शहर है, बॉर्डर टाउन, वहाँ कहाँ मिलेगा,
वहाँ टैक्सी कहाँ होगी?
अल्टीमेटली जी एक टोंगा था वहाँ पे, और वो बड़ा अच्छा आदमी था, उसने मेरा सामान वगैरह रखा। मैंने कहा चलो कोई बात नहीं, टांगा मिला है, पीछे में बैठने लगा। टांगे वाला कहता कि साहब पीछे मत बैठो क्योंकि सामान भारी है, टिल्ट हो जाएगा टांगा, आप आगे बैठो। नौ एक साइकिल स्टैंड हैकल लगाया हुआ टांगे वाले के साथ बैठा है और मैस में जा रहे हैं।
ठीक है।
खैर मैस में पहुंच गए, संडे का टाइम था और सारे अफसरों ने बड़ा इस्तकबाल किया, वेलकम किया। लेकिन उस दिन वो पिक्चर देखने जा रहे थे, मैं ना कर सका, तो मैं भी चला गया। आप सोच नहीं सकते कि इतने प्रिमिटिव सिनेमा हॉल हो सकते हैं।
मैं वही बोलने वाला था कि टैक्सी नहीं है बट सिनेमा हॉल था।
सिनेमा हॉल बराए मेहरबानी,
अच्छा,
उसका नाम ही सिनेमा हॉल था, लेकिन उसमें सिनेमा हॉल की बात नहीं थी। क्या जी पिक्चर शुरू होगी और मैंने देखा कि पीछे मेरे कंधे पे हाथ मारी जा रहा कोई। मैंने पीछे मुड़ के देखा तो कोई नज़दीक नहीं था पीछे,
चूहा होगा।
तो थोड़ी देर के बाद फिर मेरे कंधे पे कुछ हुआ, मैंने ऐसे हाथ मारा जोर से, पता चला कि चूहे खेल रहे थे। यू कैन इमेजिन।
सर आई रिमेम्बर दिस, हम जलंधर रहते थे ना जब, तो जलंधर काफ़ी पुरानी बात होगी, आई एम टॉकिंग लेट्स से 20 years बैक। तो उस टाइम पर ये चीज़ होती थी कि चूहे, उस टाइम पे क्योंकि पीवीआर वगैरह नहीं होते थे, पीवीआर ये सब अब आया, उस टाइम पर नॉर्मल सिनेमा हॉल्स ही होते थे, तो वहाँ चूहे वगैरह घूमते रहते। सो आई कैन टोटली रिलेट टू दैट।
हाँ, बहुत ही घटिया किस्म का तजर्बा था, पर लेकिन इतना जूनियर था, बैठा रहा। खैर
दिन ही बड़ा अच्छा स्टार्ट हुआ ना, पहले सामान भी खुद उठाया, टांगे पे लोड किया, टांगे पे पहुंचे और सिनेमा हॉल के वहाँ पर चूहा मिल रहा है। क्वार्टर डे।
मैंने बाद में सोचा कि ये कैसे हो सकता है कि एक के बाद दूसरी घटना हो रही है, ये क्यों हुई? आमतौर पे कहते हैं काली बिल्ली क्रॉस कर जाती है तो ऐसे होता है, तो वो भी नहीं हुआ। खैर एनीवे, एक साल हम अक्टूबर 64 तक वहाँ पे रहे।
ठीक है।
15 साइकिल स्टैंड थे पलटन में, फोर राजपूत में, और सारा दिन कभी खेलने कभी ट्रेनिंग, उसी में बिजी रहे। मैं आपको यहाँ पे एक और चीज़ बताना चाहता हूँ। आजकल साइकिल स्टैंड नहीं आई में से आते, 2 स्टार लगा के लेफ्टिनेंट आते हैं। हमारे टाइम में सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट होते थे,
सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट
1 स्टार।
ओके।
अभी सज़ा बहुत मिलती हमें। कोई पूछे कि जी आपको सज़ा क्यों मिले, आपका डिसिप्लिन कमज़ोर था, आपकी ट्रेनिंग कमज़ोर थी। नहीं, ये बात नहीं थी। जो हमारे पास साइकिल, किसी के पास स्कूटर नहीं था, वो 100 में से 1-2 के पास स्कूटर हो वो गनीमत थी। सभी के पास साइकिल थे। साइकिल कहाँ से? बढ़िया जो वेट कैंटीन कॉन्ट्रैक्टर होता है हर एक यूनिट में, वो रखता था ये।
ठीक है।
वो बहुत ही घटिया किस्म के पुराने, कभी चैन उतर जाए, कभी वो पंचर हो जाए, तो परेड पे लेट होने सज़ा क्या थी? जो हुसैनी वाला हेडवर्क्स हैं 10 किलोमीटर दूर थे।
ओके।
पेट्रोल लेके जानी है, 10 किलोमीटर जाना, 10 किलोमीटर आना, रात के 1-2 बजे वापस आते।
वॉक।
और क्या जी?
ओह माय गॉड।
फिर सज़ा कौन सी हुई अगर व्हीकल में गए?
मुझे साइकिल चलाने को बोल रहे हैं।
ना, पैदल जाते जी।
Oh my God.
तो फिर हम गुस्सा कहाँ निकालें, बेइज्जती तो होगी। तो मैस खलवाते रात को 1-2 बजे, म्यूज़िक लगवाते और कहते खाना बनाओ खाएंगे।
ठीक है।
लेकिन ये भी महंगा पड़ता। क्यों? अगर सीधा जाते कमरे में सो जाते, क्योंकि 5 बजे फिर उठना है पीटी के लिए, पर लेकिन यहाँ पे 1.5-2 घंटे लगाए, म्यूज़िक सुना और थोड़ा बहुत अपना गुस्सा ठंडा किया, लेकिन हुआ क्या, आपकी नींद पूरी नहीं हुई,
नींद
पीटी
पूरी
पे
नहीं,
चले गए।
पीटी में जाके नींद आ रही है कि सोएंगे
हाँ।
अभी तो।
और डिसिप्लिन बहुत अव्वल दर्जे का था।
या
तो वहाँ पे पलटन की ट्रेडिशंस, उनके तौर तरीके,
या
उनकी हिस्ट्री सभी समझाते और हम समझते।
बट सर आर्मी में यूजुअली मैंने जो सुना है, जब कोई नया रिक्रूट जाता है ना अपनी कैंटोनमेंट में, अपनी बटालियन में, ही इज़ वेलकम्ड विद अ ट्रेडिशन। कभी अल्कोहल, कभी हमने सुना है कि हाँ ये ट्रेडिशन होता है कि कोई ये नया रिक्रूट आया तो उसको इस तरीके से दे मेक हिम ड्रिंक द अल्कोहल और सम अदर ट्रेडिशन। कुछ ऐसा ट्रेडिशन आपके साथ हुआ था व्हेन यू लाइक जस्ट वॉक्ड इनटू द गेट्स?
चलिए, अगर आपने सवाल किया, मैं आपको इसके 2-3 किस्से सुनाऊंगा। हमारी पलटन में भी ये रवायत थी कि उसको डाइनिंग इन कहते हैं।
ओके।
तो उसको उसकी कैपेसिटी के ज़्यादा उसको शराब पिला देते और वो खज्जल होता, ख़राब होता, अगले दिन उसको होश ना होता, पर वो अच्छी नहीं थी।
अच्छा, आपके साथ ऐसा
पर
हुआ
लेकिन सबके साथ हुआ।
अच्छा, सबके साथ।
पर लेकिन नहीं, मुझे क्या फ़ायदा हुआ, आर्मी बैकग्राउंड, हमने सारे तौर तरीके देखे हुए
सबको
थे,
पहले पता था ना कि ये होना
कैसे
है।
कैसे बचना है वो भी हमें मालूम था।
अच्छा, ओके।
पर लेकिन जब मैंने कमांड संभाली फौज राजपूत की, तो मैंने ये रवायत बंद कर दी।
ओके।
मैं एक ही सवाल पूछता था, डू यू ड्रिंक? अगर वो कहता नो सर, आई यूज टू टेल देम गिव हिम अ कोल्ड ड्रिंक। फ़ायदा क्या है?
या
जब एक आदमी शराब नहीं पीता उसको
जबरदस्ती क्यों
पिलाओ?
पिलानी? बिल्कुल ठीक है।
अच्छा, इसी रवायत के ऊपर मैं आपको एक और बताना चाहता हूँ। मैं उस रेजिमेंट का नाम नहीं लूँगा।
ठीक है।
मेरा एक दोस्त है, वो एक दिन मुझे किस्सा सुनाने लगा। हर एक बटालियन के नंबर होते हैं, जैसे मेरी 4 राजपूत है,
या
उसकी जो रेजिमेंट थी उसका जो फिगर थे 16 थे,
ओके।
16 समथिंग, मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा।
ठीक है।
उनकी रवायत थी कि जितना नंबर है उतने पैग पीने हैं।
या आई हर्ड
उसको जी 16 पैग पिलाए
और वो भी नीट
जी,
पिला देते हैं।
उसने पी 16 पैग पी के कुदरती तौर पे वो बेहोश पड़ा रहा।
माय गॉड।
और उसके बाद ये किस्सा दिलचस्प बन जाता है।
ओके।
उसका प्लेटून का जेसीओ और 4 जवान वो अंदर आए, उस अफसर को उठाया और उसको स्ट्रेचर पे रख दिया
ओके।
और ले गए, क्योंकि उनको मालूम था ये होना ही होना है।
अच्छा, पहले से तैयारी
हाँ,
थी।
उन्होंने पहले उनको मालूम था ये होना ही होना है कि
Okay.
16 पैग के बाद आदमी एक
ऑब्वियसली कैसे खड़ा रहेगा?
यंग ऑफिसर कैसे खड़ा रहेगा।
या
तो उसको स्ट्रेचर पे डाल के ले गए, तो 2 दिन लगे कायम होने के लिए।
बट ही वाज फाइन आफ्टर दैट।
फाइन। अच्छा,
बट क्वाइट स्केरी आई वुड से।
हाँ।
वेरी स्केरी।
जब आपने, वैसे तो ये गलत टॉपिक है क्योंकि शराब के बारे में तो हम बात नहीं करें, हम बात तो कर रहे हैं फौज के लिए, लेकिन
Yeah.
शराब की बात हुई तो बाद में से बात निकल आई।
ओके।
मेरे रिश्तेदारों का गांव 32 किलोमीटर दूर था, फरीदकोट,
फ्रॉम फाजिल
From-
फिरोजपुर। फिरोजपुर या
फरीदकोट बड़े रईस आदमी थे
हाँ।
और बड़े दिलचस्प आदमी,
ठीक है।
रौनकी। वो मेरे पास आते और आते ऐसे टाइम पे, या लंच टाइम के शराब पी के या रात को। तो अफसर बड़े पसंद करते थे उनको,
ओके।
क्योंकि वो शायरी बहुत करते थे अच्छी और दिलचस्प बातें करते थे। उन्होंने अफसर बड़े खुश होते, पर लेकिन मेरी खुशी नहीं होती थी।
क्यों?
मैं आपको बताऊंगा।
ओके।
तो क्या हुआ, वो अफसर तो खुश थे क्योंकि उनको वो दिलचस्प बातें बताते हैं। शायरी के बड़े शौकीन थे। उनका एक उस टाइम शेर था, मैं नहीं पीता, मैंने मैं नहीं पी है। मैं मीन शराब, मैं नहीं पीता, मैंने मैं नहीं पी है, साकी से मोहब्बत है उसकी खुशी की है।
क्या बात है।
तो जितने भी अफसर हैं वो वाह वाह करते, कुछ समझते कुछ ना समझते, वो भी वाह वाह
वो
करते।
वाह करते।
अभी आपने पूछा ना क्यों मैं ना खुश था।
या
मुझे वार्निंग मिलनी शुरू होगी कि
वार्निंग
हाँ,
किस
हमारा
बात की?
सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंटों का
हाँ,
30 रुपए कोटा था,
फॉर व्हाट?
लिमिट शराब की।
शराब की लिमिट थी
लिमिट थी कि
30 रुपए में?
आप एक महीने में 30 रुपए से ज़्यादा शराब नहीं ले सकते थे।
ओह, अच्छा,
ये
ये तो मुझे
ये
नहीं पता।
रिश्तेदार आते
ओके।
और कोई शराब मांगते भी, ले जाते और पीते,
हम्म।
तो मेरे तो 70-80 रुपए हो जाते।
अच्छा, एक्सीड
मुझे
लिमिट।
पहले मैस सेक्रेटरी ने वार्न किया, फिर 2IC ने वार्न किया,
राइट।
आखिर में ये बात सीओ साहब तक पहुंच गई।
ओके।
मुझे मार्च अप किया गया
हाँ।
सीओ साहब के सामने। वो सीओ उस टाइम के बड़े पावरफुल थे। उसने वो
सर,
गाली,
वो जमाना
वो
अलग था।
आज तो किसी को ओए भी कह दो वो आपके बरखिलाफ रिपोर्ट कर देगा। वो तो गालियां निकालते। बहुत बुरा भला कहा उसने। तो जब वो रुका तो मैंने कहा, सर मैं पंजाबी हूँ, मेरे रिश्तेदार पंजाब से आते हैं, अगर मैं उनको शराब नहीं दूंगा वो ना खुश हो जाएंगे, बेइज्जती हो जाएगी, मेरी बेइज्जती होगी, आपकी बेइज्जती होगी और 4 राजपूत की बेइज्जती होगी। तो ये इसलिए पिलाता हूँ। कहता है मैं तो सिखाऊंगा बेइज्जती क्या चीज़ होती है ना सीओ। उसने और बुरा भला कहा। पर लेकिन हम अफसरों में एक, जब हम आपस में बातचीत करते, एक बात थी कि शुक्र है कि सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट से हमें नीचे नहीं ला सकती है। जेसीओ तो बुलाने से रहे, जितना मर्जी इन्होंने
डिमोट नहीं कर सकते।
बुलशिट मारनी है, मारने रहे। पर लेकिन उसके बाद अफसर बड़े हमदर्दी दिखाई उन्होंने। उन्होंने कहा ठीक है, हम अपने हिस्से से आपको दे दिया करेंगे।
अच्छा, बाकी ऑफिसर्स
ऐसे बात निकली बस। तो वहाँ
बट
ट्रेनिंग
रिश्तेदारों को तो इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता होगा ना कि हाँ 30 लिमिट की 30 रुपए की
कैसे
लिमिट
बताएं
है।
उनको। वो तो सोचते थे एक साइकिल लेफ्टिनेंट
ठीक है
बहुत
भाई, चल रहे हैं, जाके शराब पी के
नहीं,
आएंगे।
वो सोचते थे साइकिल लेफ्टिनेंट तो बड़ी बड़ी तोप है।
या
अगर मैं बताऊंगा जी हमें तो झड़के मिलती हैं तो फिर तो बेइज्जती है ना।
very interesting stories, I must say so. Let's move on to the war segment as well. I'm sure the audience wants to know about that. But before we go to the 1965 Kargil War, what I want to bring to light is this: कि there is a trend from Pakistan. We have seen it over history. मतलब अगर पीछे आप हिस्ट्री में जाओ, it is a trend. वो किसी चीज़ के पीछे भाग रहे हैं और बार बार आके they're attacking India time and again. Why is that happening?
That will take us back to partition.
Okay, we'll have to go to 1947 to understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This will also help us in the second segment when we talk about 71 war.
Yeah.
So this will be specific and special to both the wars.
So
Then
this will give a very nice basis to the audience to understand why
Exactly.
these two wars happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, partition took place in August 47.
47. Yeah.
Our government tried level best to convince Jinnah, don't create partition, stay in India, we will look after, we'll exist together. But he was adamant,
Yeah.
and that is how West Pakistan was created,
He wanted a Muslim state.
Muslim state.
Yeah.
Now, Pakistan had nefarious ideas, dubious dealings, dubious attitude. They started planning capture of Kashmir from the very beginning. Moment this partition happened,
Yeah.
they started planning.
कि कश्मीर चाहिए.
Yeah.
Okay.
By September end, they had planned a great deal. Minor incursions into Kashmir started taking place. Now, who were these people? They were the Pashtun tribals. Pakistan trained militia. Their Lashkars, initially small groups, started infiltrating into
Whom we call
Kashmir.
terrorists these days.
And by October, their Lashkars of 1,000, 2,000, they started penetrating and crossing the border.
Achha,
And
in such large numbers they were
very
penetrating.
large numbers in
Oh.
October.
Okay.
And they started creating havoc,
Right.
burning the villages, looting villages. Subsequently, even their regular army was pushed into action.
Or they were also involved in this.
Yes.
Okay.
So they started burning villages, looting villages, and killing innocent people. The ruler of Jammu and Kashmir was Maharaja Hari Singh. His chief military commander
Yeah.
was Brigadier Rajinder Singh. Full name was Brigadier Rajinder Singh Jamwal. Very brave person. He mustered the army. He fought with these people tooth and nail. He did a fine job.
Right.
But the strength of the enemy was such large. With such force they came into Baramulla, Rajouri, or Punch. Everywhere they created havoc. The troops were rushed to these border places. But the enemy strength was overwhelming. The Maharaja came to know Hari Singh.
Yeah.
He requested the Indian government to come and help.
Yeah.
They said no.
First you.
First you sign instrument of accession.
Yeah.
That
you be
is
at India's side.
that is become part of the
India.
Indian dominion.
Yeah.
They were dilly-dallying. They kept on requesting. But India's stand was simple.
Yeah.
You sign the instrument of
We'll be there to
accession
support you and we'll be there to help you.
we will give you help.
Yeah.
On 26th of October, Maharaja Hari Singh signed this instrument of accession, meaning J&K became part of India.
Yeah.
On 27th, this happened on 26th, 27th of October, First Patiala and First Sikh. First Sikh was the first to be flown to Kashmir
Jammu and Kashmir.
on 27th of October. First Patiala, with now 15 Punjab,
Yeah.
they were pressed and flown to Kashmir on 3rd of November. Thereafter, the armies started fighting.
Right.
Pakistan army came in a big way. Why?
उनसे हजम नहीं हुआ ना ये।
because Kashmir was predominantly Muslim.
वही ना उनसे उन्हें समझ में ये कैसे हो गया?
They
were not able to accept this.
They thought it'll be a very easy task
Yeah.
to capture
To
Kashmir.
get Kashmir to Pakistan.
So they came in large numbers. And correspondingly, the Indian army reached there. Pakistanis started coming from Gurez and Sakardu side. And they occupied all the heights around Dras and Zila Pass.
Yeah.
This is towards from Sonamarg,
Yeah.
you go towards Leh. First is Dras. Along with Dras is your Zila Pass. Then is Kargil, then Leh. So they occupied the heights. Thereafter, fighting carried on. Serious fighting. And that is the time Indian army, they defeated them totally. They threw them out from Kashmir. And the situation was not only restored, had Britishers not played foul and intervened that ceasefire be declared, we would have even occupied POK,
जो उनको चला गया था.
which is now with them.
With them now.
It is because of the bad policy of the Britishers. Now, what has happened? Pakistan army was defeated in totality.
Yeah.
They got all the nefarious, जिसे नफरत कहते हैं, from the citizens of Pakistan. They felt humiliated. They felt slighted. They have not been able to forgive India.
And thus the
They have
reason
not been able
infiltrate
to
India time
swallow
and again.
this
Yeah.
humility and defeat.
तभी वो बार बार इस तरफ आते हैं.
This was the basis. That is why
Yeah.
they never lose an opportunity to counter India, whether it is UN Security Council,
Yeah.
they rake up Kashmir issue. Now, there is another angle to this. From the past we know, it is the Pakistan army which are the actual rulers.
Yeah.
If they give all the powers to the elected government, then their importance will be eroded,
Rooted. Absolutely.
reduced.
Absolutely.
So, they, under one pretext or the other, the Pakistan army keeps on cross-border,
Keeps violating ceasefire.
violating ceasefire,
It's a habit, I would
firing.
say. It's a
Aim
habit for
is to keep
They
the
keep poking.
focus.
They keep poking India.
With what aim?
Yeah.
The aim is so that divert the intention of the government and the population towards Kashmir
Yeah.
and not towards their wanting to remain in power.
Yeah.
So that was the basis. I will kill the other side here only. That is, when the partition took place, we have spoken about West Pakistan. Now, similarly, Bengal was divided into two parts.
Yeah.
West Bengal remained with India,
And Bangladesh.
where our government is there in Calcutta.
Yeah.
The East Bengal, which was the East Pakistan.
East
Army.
Pakistan, which later got into
Huh.
Bangladesh.
So that was the division.
Yeah.
What happened thereafter in Bengal, we will come in the second phase. We have given you the background as to why Pakistan keeps on raking up this issue, why they want to keep on fighting, creating trouble. Now, we come to Kargil battle.
Hmm.
Why was there need for the attack on
1965.
Pakistan post 13620? Why? When the area was dormant, from 64, when we reached there, it was a dormant area. Along the border, eye to eyeball, Pakistan army is across the border, we are here.
But what was the reason for the 65 war? ये तो हो गया ना, ये तो
I
generic motive हो गया पाकिस्तान का कि हर बार they find an opportunity and they come in and
will
infiltrate.
tell you. I'll tell you that. See, first of all, 65 war will come later.
Okay.
That is end of August. This is, we are talking about May, isolated Kargil attack. Why the Kargil attack? As we have already discussed, Pakistan, they are undependable. They cannot be trusted. And they can never stop involving in shenanigans. In April 65, in a surprise attack, they captured portion of our area in Kutch,
In Kutch.
which is in Gujarat.
Yeah. Take it.
Now, Indian government was very unhappy. Army was unhappy. If they start retaliating, then there was chance that war will be declared. But they were fuming. Both the government and the Indian army were not happy. So, ultimately, now it is anyone's guess how it happened, how it came about, but on 10th of May, orders were passed by the brigade commander that 13620 is to be captured.
Okay. So you got direct orders.
direct orders.
Okay.
Now, there was only one infantry unit there. Normally in a brigade there are 3 units. But at that point in time, it was only 4 Rajput.
Right.
The other artillery regiment was 85 Light Regiment. So we got the orders to attack. What happened was, this I want to share with the people, that unlike other affairs,
Yeah.
one military order can change the entire mood, the structure, and the atmosphere of the region. From a dormant atmosphere, existence, it became a volatile, happening sector of Kargil.
Just because of one order.
One order
Yeah.
that 4 Rajput will capture
The peak.
point 3620 by 0500 hours on 17th May.
Okay.
But the whole machinery came into gear. Now, as I said, there was only one battalion for Rajput. And the companies were on the ground, deployed.
Yeah.
Now, which company will attack? Which will be reserve? It is all prerogative of the CEO.
He will decide kaun jayega.
Another thing I want to add here is,
Yeah.
7th of May, change of command took place. The old CEO, who was there in Firozpur and now till August in Kargil, he moved out, and Colonel Sudarshan Singh, Sardar, 6 foot 2 inch, very imposing personality, he took over. Now, he was new to 4 Rajput because he had come from another Rajput battalion. So it was up to him. He chose B company, which will attack and capture 3620. And he chose Charlie company as a reserve.
Reserve to be at the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as I said, kid, all the companies were committed.
Which company were you in?
None.
None.
Why?
Acha.
Why?
Oh.
Because you see, there was a militia company.
Okay.
The militia company commander had to go on leave.
Right.
So I was loaned to look after that militia company, which was close by only.
Okay.
But physically, I was not in any
But you
company.
were still a second lieutenant, or were you lieutenant at this time?
Now that you have raised that question, वो भी आपको बताऊंगा.
Okay.
There is something known as Barsati ranks.
I know where you're going with
When
this.
you go to field area, all compliments of your ranks are given to the battalion.
Okay.
Like in peacetime, you can't become a captain unless you complete 3 years service.
Okay.
You can't become a major unless you complete 6 years service.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you go to field area, all 6 majors will become majors, whether they are second lieutenants or captains.
Okay.
In that mode, even I became a captain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
So you were not part of
I
any
was
of the
not
3
part
companies.
of the thing.
So how did you become a part of this
I
war?
Now, Major Randhawa,
Okay.
the company commander, whenever he went on leave or on course, I used to relieve him temporarily
And take
in
charge.
the
of
company headquarters.
it. And you used to take charge of
So
him. Okay.
we used to be together for quite some time, every time.
Right.
And normal sitting in the evening, having a drink, you discuss. So we always said that whenever we go to war, we'll go together.
Okay. अच्छा ये पहली बात होती थी आपस में
हाँ,
बैठ
होती
के
थी।
इकट्ठे जावांगे यार
Friendly talk.
इकट्ठे जावांगे इकल्ले नहीं जाना
बिल्कुल. So when he got the orders,
Okay.
I was standing there. He came. He said, Ranbir, I have received the orders. My company is going for attack. What? I said, there is nothing to say. We have already agreed.
Yeah.
Go to the CEO and tell him. He went to the Colonel Sudarshan Singh and he said, Ranbir volunteers. He wants to go in for the attack.
So you volunteered for this attack, particular attack. Just because of a
My,
promise with your friend.
my understanding was with Major Dawa, not with the CEO.
You made a promise to the major. Ki, bro,
Haan.
we'll go together.
So he went to the CEO. CEO refused.
Right.
At that time, CEO of 85 Light Regiment, he was also 6'3",
Okay.
6'3". So Major Dawa came back. He said, Ranbir, I tried my best. He
He's
said,
not
no.
agreeing. Okay.
Okay, already there are 2 officers.
Yeah.
Ranbir will not go with you. I said, sir, how can he refuse? I'll go. So I went to the CEO. I said, sir, I volunteer. Okay, you are saying no. Why should you say no?
मतलब you were persistent on going.
Yes.
मुझे जाना है.
जाना है.
ठीक
So
है.
he said, okay, you are not in his company and there are only 2 officers. Why should you go? That is time when General Bajwa, that time Colonel Bajwa,
Okay.
he intervened. He says, Darshan, he is a army officer's son. He's a volunteer. How can you stop a volunteer from going? No one wants to go to war knowing anything can happen. You can be killed, you can be wounded.
Yeah.
So let him go. So that is the time the CEO
So
relented.
there was no fear in your heart. No fear at all. कि मैं war में जा रहा हूँ.
The age was such.
Okay.
When you are young,
Yeah.
you are fearless.
You don't think about the
No,
outcome. maybe.
no,
Yeah.
you only start thinking too much when you get married. It's a fact. Then you start
Right.
thinking, and then if after marriage you have children, वो thought process और भी गहरा हो जाता है.
चेंज हो जाता है सारा सिस्टम.
System change हो जाता
अभी मैं छड़ा हूँ.
हाँ.
अभी कोई चक्कर नहीं है.
है. वो ठीक है.
Yeah. Okay.
And secondly,
Please continue, sir.
कह दिया सो कह दिया.
Right.
Commitment is a commitment. Now,
Yeah.
I want to emphasize one thing. It is human nature,
Yeah.
tendency to highlight your achievements. There will be so many, later on they'll say, oh, I volunteered, I did this thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I showed you the article.
Yes, yes. I know.
General Bajwa wrote 2-3 articles on Kargil battle. And there he has categorically mentioned, I was physically present when Ranbir volunteered for the attack.
I saw that. Yes, sir.
But again, there is limit to being cheeky with the CEO. My plea was, I will go, I volunteer, but I'll be the leading platoon commander.
अच्छा, एक शर्त थी पहले वॉलंटियर की, बट एक और भी रख दी.
And then naturally, Major Randhawa would never say no. So I was the leading platoon commander. Now,
So now you became part of B company.
We have come to the background.
Yeah.
Why this attack was necessitated because of Kutch. Now, I want to mention the psychological factor,
Yeah.
the preparation.
I'm sure nobody wants to go to war, sir. Everybody, like you said, maybe you were young, but बाकी जो लोग थे उनके परिवार होंगे ना.
I will tell you.
वो तो बेचारे, they must be thinking कि यार maybe what is going to happen to us.
And I'll tell you, in one of my books I've written,
Yes, sir.
war is a deadly undertaking. It's a most diabolic undertaking which consumes lives, destroys property, and sets back the economy of the nations by decades.
Absolutely.
It's a very expensive and a very frightening undertaking. It is best, war is
Never fought.
never fought.
It's best for the country, it's best for the people.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't pay in the long run to be at war.
Yeah.
So, having said that, sometimes war is a compulsion. You can't avoid.
Yeah.
That undertaking has to be there.
Just like Pakistan
You-
keeps,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
inside our territory and we have to retaliate.
You see,
Yeah.
you can't act a coward.
Yeah. You can't.
You can't act a coward. No, Anurad, we keep on talking about training, army.
Yeah.
Indian Army is one of the best, most well-trained army of the world. Most disciplined.
Yeah.
We are apolitical. Whichever is the government, whatever orders they give, we carry them out to the best of our ability with dedication and loyalty. There are no two ways about it.
That is exactly what I mentioned in the beginning of this episode. Ki we are privileged. We are, As civilians, we are at calm. We're sleeping aram se at our places. It's because of people like you who are guarding our borders.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now, it's a very old saying.
Yeah.
Everyone can say they are good soldiers. But what is the test of a soldier? The ultimate test of a soldier is battle.
Battle is the war.
How does he give account of himself in battle? Again, the world over, the greatest leaders have said, fear is a natural phenomenon. Anyone who says he is not afraid of war, afraid of death, is a liar. Everyone is afraid of war, afraid of being killed. Then, what is that thing that carries you forward?
Absolutely.
It is your izzat, your self-respect.
Yeah.
Along with self-respect is your traditions, your battalion history that makes you,
That gives you the courage. I would say.
that gives you the strength
Yeah.
to overcome that fear. Another very important aspect is, especially for leaders, whether they are officers or JCOs, fear should never be allowed to come on the face, because that will transcend
To your subordinates.
to the subordinates. If the men, the soldiers, see fear on the face of officers and JCOs, the battle is lost. You have to overcome that fear as leaders. And that is
Very nicely
called
put, sir. Very nicely
test
put.
of training is war. Well, the war bugles had been sounded on the quiet. The first major task was to milk troops who are already committed on ground and take out Bravo Company for the attack and keep Charlie Company ready to act as reserves.
So you are now in the
Now I
Bravo
am
company.
with Fort Rajput.
Okay. Right.
The next step as leaders is what? To carry out a recce,
Yeah.
reconnaissance, because a reconnaissance is very important. Which route to take?
Yeah, what is the terrain like? Right.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
I will tell you now that you ask about the terrain.
Yeah.
The complete Ladakh area is a desert area. Only grass you may see on the hillside. All hillside is barren. But it is so colorful. All colors you will find in the mountains. The trees are only along the river.
It's beautiful.
Or only along the river. That also, your either eucalyptus trees or your whispering willows. They are found on the river sides. Otherwise, barren hills. Kargil base, that is brigade headquarters, where the battalion was nearby,
What was the height of your base camp?
8,000.
8,000 feet.
Now,
Okay.
high altitude allowance, this I am mentioning for the benefit of people, starts from 9,000 feet altitude.
Okay.
But they were getting high altitude allowance even in Kargil being 8,000 feet only, because it comes under the snow belt. 8 to 10 feet snow used to be there in Kargil. So now 13620 was known after its height, almost 14,000. From 8,000, you had to climb 6,000 feet to attack that post.
Yeah.
Now, reconnaissance, which axis to take for advance?
What was coming back to the same point, from 8,000 to 14,000, what was the terrain like? And did this peak have a very high strategic,
See, it was all rocky area,
Yeah.
shingle,
Okay.
barren. But the top, that is Kargil post 13620, was huge boulders.
Okay.
Huge boulders and conical feature.
Right.
Now, the jugglery of troops, rehashing, keeping the companies ready were done. Reconnaissance for which route to take.
Yeah. कहाँ से जाना है?
That is very simple.
Yeah.
Your route has to be covered. It has to be a route which enemy cannot see, concealed. Normally, when let's say we are talking about plains of Punjab, their route will mean which route provides you maximum cover. That is your trees.
Yeah. यहाँ पर तो सारा खाली
Because
मैदान है.
बाकी तो plain है इलाका पंजाब का.
yeah.
So trees are the ones which can provide you cover and you choose your access accordingly. In mountains,
Boulders.
especially Kargil and Ladakh, there are no trees, no shrubs,
Only boulders.
only boulders. So therefore, boulders also on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
अच्छा नीचे
pure-
खाली था सारा.
Pure shingles.
Okay.
So this happened.
Yeah.
Now, what about the men? The men start cleaning their weapons, distribution of ammunition, cleaning of weapons. Then we have the unit armorers. They make sure that all weapons are serviceable. That carried on for 4-5 days.
सारे पहले वेपन्स की
Yes.
सफाई हुई 4-5 दिन.
Now,
अच्छा.
this is the time where psychological element comes.
Yeah.
The old timers, it becomes their duty, it is incumbent on them. They should encourage the young raw recruits who have just joined the battalion. Encourage them. Okay, this is a minor thing, this is a cakewalk, and our battalion is old history, valor. We will be able to capture that in no time. Don't worry, we are with you. So all these kind of things, they raise the morale of the people.
Yeah. वो ना leadership वाली बात आ गई.
Leadership.
You can't show it on your face. You have to put a bold face and you have to motivate everyone.
Absolutely. Now, another aspect of psychological feeling is, it is natural.
Actually, what I think is if you win the war here, you can win the war on ground.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Now that you have mentioned that point, I'll kill that point here only. You see, when you say a good soldier is not only physically that he is well built and he can run 5 kilometers. No. Is he mentally fit? Is he mentally strong? Is he mentally robust? That is very important.
Yeah. क्योंकि war में तो your mental setup is going to come into play.
Absolutely.
How strong you are, it won't matter.
So coming back to the psychological factor, you start thinking in so many distant aspects. Some people, they start writing to their parents letter, those who are going into battle. In case they don't come, they leave a letter behind with the people who are not going into battle.
जैसे
In case something happens,
movies में भी
send the
देखते हैं.
letter to the
Yeah.
home. No, some write
But
to
what
the
is that
parents.
feeling? What is that feeling, sir, when you're writing that letter?
If you ask me frankly, you see, it is the atmosphere which surrounds you, which speaks by itself. Example, you go to a jazz jam party. What do you expect? Band baja, dancing, singing.
War में गए तो क्या expect करोगे?
No. You go to someone's funeral.
Yeah.
What is the atmosphere?
Absolutely.
Somber, quiet. You adapt yourself to the atmosphere. When war is declared, it is just like a vehicle. You are sitting in a vehicle. You are driving fast. All of a sudden, you find the road is very bad. What do? You keep on changing gears. Same happens in the infantry life. When you go to war, the gears are changed. You get attuned at once to that atmosphere. You overcome fear. What is in your mind? The duty, the call of duty. The bugles have sounded. So now your concentration is patrolling,
Yeah.
distribution of ammunition, getting the men ready, getting the weapons ready,
Duty to Mother India.
all do that. In the meantime, what is the CO doing? Our CO and the RTCO, they are sitting and planning.
In those 5 days, they are planning how
They are
to do
planning
it. But
how to do it.
the troops are cleaning their weapons. They're getting everything in
Yeah,
motion.
they are planning.
Yeah.
What are they planning?
How
That
to
is very
execute it.
important for us to know.
Yeah.
You see, there are two types of attacks. One is a silent attack,
Yeah.
the other is a noisy, full-fledged attack.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Silent attack is when you say, we are going to exercise stealth, quietly attack the enemy,
More like a
and take him
surgical,
by surprise.
surgical strike kind of a thing.
Keep total surprise, stealth and surprise,
Yeah.
secrecy of the mission, and do the needful. In that, you do not call for the artillery fire.
So your operation was to capture the peak, but
Silent-
in a silent manner.
Silent attack.
Okay.
No.
I see.
I just want to touch on this for the people who are listening.
Yeah.
What is a full-fledged attack? That is, when you feel the stealth cannot be there, surprise cannot be there, yet you want the enemy's head to be down. दहशत फैलाने के लिए,
Yeah.
to,
पूरे
to shake him up,
yeah, पूरे जोर से जाओ फिर.
to shake him up
Yeah.
out of his wits. This is known as pre-HR bombardment. What is HR? HR is when the attacking troops, they leave the FUP, I'll come to that later on, and they start the assault. Maybe 20 minutes before that, artillery pounds the enemy post, causing destruction, both material and loss to life. And it helps us, the attacking troops, because the enemy head is down at that time. So we can, with speed, move forward.
Move forward.
So, CO and the artillery commander, they were making the plans. Once the plan was ready, then comes next CO's briefing. Now, CO's briefing was out. You have a camouflage net. Who all attend CO's briefing? It is known as CO's O group.
O group.
Usme
ठीक है.
the 2IC is there, company commanders are there. Then sporting arms, mortar, MMG commanders, their reps are there.
Yeah.
Already orders would have been passed, MMGs and mortars to be attached to companies for the attack. So all these orders are passed, but from the camouflage net we could see the feature 13620.
Okay.
Now this briefing took place on the morning of 15th.
Right. And you attacked on the 17th.
Yes. Now, troops had readied their weapons, ammunition, everything. Now, everyone was ready for the move. By last light, we started climbing.
Okay.
The attack was from the left-hand side, as we are facing the feature.
Yeah.
There is something known as crooked finger. It looked like a crooked finger.
Acha.
The Indian terminology, they find names for each feature.
Okay. Right.
Like Khaji tree, banyan tree, same way, crooked finger.
Crooked finger.
Now we started last light so that enemy cannot see the move.
Yeah.
We climbed 3,000 feet, that is 11,000 feet.
After 8,000, right? Yeah.
There was the assembly area.
Okay.
That is the assembly area. How do you choose the assembly area?
Yeah.
It should not be under direct observation of the enemy. it should be totally hidden. That is in the re-entrant. You have re-entrants between two spurs. दबी ज़मीन होती है, उसको re-entrant कहते हैं. So there, the attacking troops reached at about 10 o'clock, and they rested there.
Okay.
Orders were very simple. No fire, no smoke.
Okay.
No fire is okay.
Take them by surprise.
Otherwise, if you start having fire there, so that is
तो
give away to
surprise,
the enemy.
element of surprise तो खत्म हो गया.
ये तो रेड इंडियन भी नहीं फायर जलाते थे. Because smoke means enemy is present there.
Yeah.
So, very simple. Re-entrant में quiet. The first order was very simple for the Rajputs to follow.
Yeah.
No fire.
Okay.
Because food was with you, they could eat the food. You can't cook there.
Yeah.
But second order was very difficult. Okay, no smoking. Because they are Hindu troops. कोई
क्योंकि वो भी स्मोक आ जाएगी.
कोई यूपी से कोई राजस्थान से है. No, but there were strict orders.
Yeah.
But what happens? This you must know. I'm from the Rajput regiment. If they don't smoke, they start coughing.
Yeah.
Throat goes dry.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the chemical reaction, but
No idea.
they will start. So it is like fish out of water.
Okay.
But
They need that
But
cigarette.
orders are order. Now,
क्योंकि स्मोक तो फिर देखी जाएगी.
हाँ, तो
Right.
strict orders. They were lying dogo in the re-entrant outside the observation of the enemy during daytime. 16th, what happened? The CO, along with his O group, very quietly, stealthily, we moved in twos and threes. I told you in Kargil, there are big boulders.
Yeah.
That is on the 3620. So, hiding behind the boulders, we saw the area where we are going to attack.
Okay.
It was totally visible.
Uh-huh.
Huge boulders all around, but that patch of 600 meters length and 40 meters width, no, we got a rude shock. That shock was very frightening.
Uh-huh.
From down below, that is base, we could not see the enemy area.
Yeah.
That was behind the boulders.
So once you reached there, you discovered something
We
new.
saw complete area with snow covered.
Oh my God. Okay.
Complete area where we are going to sit down
Yeah.
and form up for the attack.
Yeah.
That was all snow covered.
Okay.
Now that was a rude shock. Why? Moment we sit down there, even for 5 minutes.
You'll be sitting ducks क्योंकि वो
No,
white snow में.
no. Our OJ uniform
Yeah. वही.
will contrast on the
वो
snow.
दिख जाएगा कि कोई बैठा है.
And then
Yeah.
stars are in the sky,
Yeah.
not on the ground. Our weapons will shine.
Yeah.
Now, I want to highlight, it is not 4 Rajputs attacking. I must keep highlighting only 4 Rajputs. Even mistakes we must learn. We must highlight mistakes also. It is from the mistakes we learn.
Yeah.
I would say it was a very wrong choice of timing. It was moonlit night period.
Yeah.
If they want stealth to surprise the enemy, it should have been dark moon phase, not
क्योंकि
the
वो
moon.
चंद्रमा की रोशनी से ही.
वो तो पहले तो OG uniform on snow.
Yeah.
On top of it, your weapons are shining on moonlit night.
Yeah.
Now, even enemy knows stars can't be on the snow. So, anyway,
Right.
the time of the attack was kept at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. So by 10 you were at 11,000 feet. Okay.
Yes. The troops got into position by 1:30 in the morning.
Right.
I was the leading platoon commander. Behind me was another platoon, then company commander and the 3rd platoon. And behind us, that is behind B company, was the reserve company, Charlie company.
Charlie Company.
We began the attack. the total area was snow covered till the top of the hill.
Yeah.
We had to traverse 600 meters to reach the top.
Okay.
300 meters away was the enemy perimeter wall.
Acha.
They make perimeter wall. It is nothing else wall made by stones, behind which they have bunkers from where they fire.
अच्छा, उन्होंने पहले बंकर बनाया, फिर 300 मीटर के बाद एक वॉल भी बना रखी थी.
First, the wall, behind the wall are the bunkers.
वही मतलब if I am the enemy, so I have a wall 300 feet 300 feet.
5 feet wall,
Okay. अच्छा.
so that is the protection.
इतनी तैयारी और उसके साथ आए थे.
हाँ, it was a deliberate defense. And later on we came to know, people thought perhaps it is not the regular troops, but their fire discipline and the way they fought, it was very clear that the regulars were holding the
So they
post.
they belong to the Pakistan
One
Army.
platoon, that is more than 30 people.
Yeah.
They had 3-inch mortars, MMGs, and 2-inch mortars. Well, the attack started. We covered 150 meters without any fire taking place.
This is what you're talking about, the 600 meter
600 meters
वो जो covered था snow cover.
covered. The attack has started.
So 150 मीटर तक snow cover में
No
आपको कोई.
fire took place.
Okay.
Now, after 150 meters, it was hell being lost onto the attacking troops. It was a big Diwali show. It resembled a huge Diwali cracker show. Enemy MMGs, 3-inch mortars, and their automatic weapons firing onto us. You cannot imagine the volume of fire that was being brought onto us. In that, best of armies go to the ground. This is the time when leadership qualities come into play.
Yeah.
Unless officers and the section commanders, they provide leadership from the front, the attack can lose sheen and you may even lose the battle. Some casualties had taken place, some people died.
अच्छा,
some
after
wounded.
that 150 मीटर वाला.
Yes,
अच्छा.
because up to 300 meters, the enemy can fire effective fire. And since it was moonlit night, he could observe and
Plus,
fire.
I think they had the strategic advantage of being on top
Yes.
as well. Yeah.
So they were in defense. They were behind boulders in their bunkers, whereas the attacking troops are exposed, standing on the ground, and that too on snow.
And nothing to take cover behind.
They have to stand and move. So it was a bloody scene with casualties taking place. We were firing at them, they were firing at us. And the leaders, I was coaxing the men to move forward,
You were like motivating them. कि चलो.
motivating them to move
Chalo aage.
forward. And I also started moving forward. The whole scene
Yeah.
was so noisy. And to crown that, the war cries of Rajput saying, Bol Bajrang Bali ki jai,
Yeah.
and enemy saying, Allahu Akbar.
अच्छा. Okay.
It vibrated the whole area. It was like a crescendo. Sometimes when you say, you even tell the police, that so-and-so marriage party is very noisy. You cannot imagine the amount of fire, the noise that was created. It was like being held to back.
Yeah.
It was a very terrible sight, diabolic sight. You felt unhappy because your men were being casualties, dying and wounded. At this time, the second platoon was also pressed inside because knowing casualties have taken
first
place,
one platoon
so
went-
that the momentum of the attack
Okay.
must not stop.
एक गई फिर दूसरी आ गई.
Yeah,
Okay.
mingled,
Right.
because so many casualties have taken place.
Yeah.
We entered the perimeter wall,
वो 300 मीटर वाली.
300 meter wali.
ठीक है.
Now, you cannot enter the perimeter wall unless hand-to-hand fight takes place. Because the enemy is behind that.
अच्छा, they were guarding the enemy wall as well.
It is just like
अच्छा.
it's just like in the olden days when you are attacking forts. You got to cross the moats. You got to have the ladders. What did the enemy do? He just pushed back the ladders. Hand-to-hand fight. So hand-to-hand fight took place, and we were able to cross the perimeter walls, and we destroyed the initial 2 bunkers. Other bunkers were in the rear. By the time it was 3 o'clock in the morning, at this time, I was leading the men from the front.
Yeah.
I was standing on a boulder when enemy bullet hit my head,
Oh.
and I became unconscious.
It hit you in the head. सिर में लग गई.
Huh.
अच्छा.
I do not know for how long I was unconscious, but when I came to, I got consciousness. I found blood all over my face.
And you were there only, वहीं पे थे
I
आप
was
तो.
there.
अच्छा. Okay.
And I was still with the men, encouraging them. In the meantime, my company commander came up, Major Dhava. He said, "You are wounded, you go back." I said, "No, I'm all right." And I refused to go back because I was feeling okay, notwithstanding the blood and all. So we carried on. Another half an hour passed. We were making progress, encouraging the men. Then about 3:30, 3:45, Major Dhava, he was standing near a boulder in front of a bunker. He fired at the bunker. The person in the bunker fired at Major Dhava. Major Dhava got a burst in his chest,
My God.
which proved fatal. So he
He died there. He was martyred
died later on.
later on. Okay.
In the meantime, very tough CEO, he came forward. He also saw that I was wounded. And I told him Major Dhava has been critically wounded, fatally wounded. He was a very brave man. He said,
He was a buddy you promised to go to war with.
हाँ,
Yeah.
same person, Major Dhava, my
Yeah.
company commander. So CEO came up.
तो उस टाइम पर कैसा आपको मतलब were you like
You felt bad.
okay.
It was very
But वो mission अभी भी रहता है.
emotional feelings came.
Yeah.
But then that is not the time of a leader. If I sit down to tend to him, 10 other people will sit down there. That is safe rather than going and facing the enemy bullets. Then attacks cannot be successful. So CEO had come forward. He said, "We are wounded." I told him, I said, "Major Dhava is critically wounded." He said, "You are the next senior. Take over the company and complete the attack."
So he made you the
Huh.
commander.
He said, "These things happen. Casualty will take place. Don't worry about Major Dhava. You move ahead. Take over the company." And I took over and moved forward. And that is a time when you forget your own feelings. You forget your own, you're wounded, you're bleeding. You forget all that.
But once you're sir जैसे Major Randhawa got critically injured in this, कहीं ना कहीं जो बाकी soldiers होते हैं ना, when they see कि इतना senior officer has gone down, वो morale कहीं ना वो it goes down.
No.
How did you cater to that?
See, the question is, if other officers, including me, if we had sat down, consoling, then obviously the attack has failed. Attack has come to a standstill
you went on.
because even those days, men expected you to lead from the front. They were very dedicated, loyal soldiers, but they require to be pushed to the limit. They had to be coaxed, they had to be told, they had to be encouraged. Move forward. An attack can only succeed if the momentum of the attack is kept.
वही जो अभी अपने
If you allow the men to hold ground, and there were plenty of boulders for safety, then the attack cannot be successful. So you have to make sure the men keep on moving forward, and that is not an easy task. When you say leadership, you are not going to give them lecture at that time.
time नहीं है
You are going to move forward yourself.
Okay.
And what in the meantime, imagine what is happening. It is
मैं
very,
वही तब से सोच रहा हूँ
very
कैसा
very,
माहौल होगा वो.
very, very important for us to understand what is this scene now. Dead bodies, both enemy and yours, are lying all around the countryside.
Yeah.
As I told you, it is 600 meters by 40 meters only. So you can in the moonlit night see the people are wounded and people are dead. Both enemy and yours. Because you are out in the open, your casualties will be more. And the enemy is in bunkers, the casualties will be less. So, what is happening? We can ask, what is Charlie Company doing? Well, Charlie Company is also moving ahead.
So they are also
They are reserves. They will not interfere with Bravo Company unless CEO tells them to. But how do you build up the tempo, the crescendo?
The
That
momentum.
is, they are also into war cries of Bol Bajrangi Bali ki Jai. How do you get Josh?
Yeah.
How do you get morale booster? It is your war cries, meaning you are not alone. There are so many people with you, they are supporting you. And that is what edges you forward, that is what raises your morale, and that is what makes you move forward and complete your task.
That gives
One
you
of-
the strength.
One of the company
ahead.
commanders, one of the platoon commanders, Captain Agrawal,
Yeah.
he was wounded in the thigh. He was also lying somewhere. Other platoon commanders were wounded. In the meantime, Charlie Company had come up.
Right.
So all this happens in war. Now that we are talking about war, see, war is not a tailor-made thing.
It's very dynamic.
You cannot say it's mathematical.
No, it's very dynamic.
I'll give you
Anything can
example.
happen.
One of the Charlie Company NCOs, who was also awarded Veer Chakra, he was not part of Bravo Company, but Charlie Company. Despite orders that they will not move and not interfere, he charged the enemy LMG position along with the JCO.
Yeah.
The JCO was killed. He survived.
But did he take
Because
him out?
of his gallantry, he was given Veer Chakra. So these are the spoils of war.
These are instant decisions you
Oh,
take.
instant.
Yeah.
You कहते हैं, rebellious by instinct. He could not control himself.
कि ये करना है अभी.
He करना है, but he moved forward.
Yeah.
And that is what singles you out in a war. So many people are there, wounded, dead. They're also fighting. But only 4 or 5 get gallantry awards.
Yeah.
It is what exceptional have you done? So coming back to the attack,
Yeah.
the CEO had given me the command. I knew I was the next senior. So we kept encouraging the people, fighting. Now, what has happened in the enemy side is very important to know. We had covered more than 500 meters, only 100 meters were left.
Okay. So you were past that
Yes.
boundary wall
Now,
as well.
what had happened? Ultimately, we counted there were 10 enemy dead bodies.
Okay.
How many wounded, that I will tell you later on what happened to them.
Right. These
But-
10 bodies जो थी ये
That
10
he left behind 10 bodies.
अच्छा enemies ran off.
No, I'll come to that later.
Okay. अच्छा.
But I'm saying that enemy dead bodies are also lying there. Now,
Yeah.
what is happening in the mind of the enemy? Knowing that the Rajputs are making tremendous progress and they have taken more than 4/5 of the post.
Yeah.
No, enemy was demoralized.
What was this strength like, sir? क्या कितने
One
लोग?
platoon.
अच्छा, there were 30 people.
One platoon is more than 30 people.
Okay.
And thereafter, they have the MMGs were manned by other soldiers. Their
Right.
mortars were fired by other people. So
Right.
there must be about 35, 40,
Okay.
but very difficult to count. So what is happening? The enemy is getting demoralized, disheartened,
Yeah. कि ये तो
and
आगे
is
आ ही
not
जा
happy
रहे
with our progress.
हैं. Yeah.
In fact, some of the enemy which is on the one side and firing, we have already bypassed the enemy.
Yeah.
Now, that is a very frightful situation for the enemy when he feels you have bypassed him. That means you are in his rear. Now, we pressed forward, notwithstanding the casualties. I was feeling a little dizzy because of the wound and the blood.
Yeah.
But knowing that one platoon commander was wounded in the thigh, Major Randhawa was lying. So, when you know the responsibility has shifted to you and you have to complete the task, then you have to act.
Yeah.
That is a time when good leaders, good officers, they forget about their own discomfort and they forge ahead. Another very important issue I'll tell you. Even during war, you can't forget that.
Yeah.
That is izzat.
जो आपने पहले
Your
बताया.
self-respect,
Yeah.
your family's respect, 4 generations of
Yeah.
military service to the army.
दाग नहीं लगने दे सकते.
So, something, that spirit in you
Yeah.
moves you forward, makes you do something other than the ordinary.
Makes you do something you can't even imagine you will do something.
By
Yeah.
4:30 in the morning, I hope you know, despite the west, at 14,000 feet, even at 5 o'clock, daybreak is there. So it was very important that we speed up the attack.
कि 5 बजे से पहले खत्म कर
खत्म
दें,
करना है.
क्योंकि वो सनलाइट आ
Yeah,
जाएगा.
because
Yeah.
orders were by 5 o'clock, we have to capture the post. That was the overrider.
Okay.
So, we moved ahead, firing, and the men were encouraged. Why were the men encouraged now more? Our war cries were still echoing in the air.
And उनकी
Only the tempo had gone down
Yeah.
because of so many casualties and
Yeah.
they were being demoralized.
Yeah.
Now, time was 4:30. We also knew that the enemy's morale is low
We have them by the neck now.
and
Yeah.
we have only the last phase to complete.
One last push is all needed. all is needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, that is the time war cries and your effort, your leadership, you pressed forward,
Yeah.
absolutely leading the men.
वो कहते हैं ना सर, जब फिनिश लाइन दिखने लग जाती है,
Bilkul.
वो जज्बा एक, वो जुनून और जोश अलग ही आता है.
Bilkul, absolutely. Now, that is the time. In a battle, a time comes when the enemy comes to know
Yeah.
that he has been defeated.
Defeated.
And his morale goes into his ankles. Then, even good soldiers know when you are defeated, unlike the charge of the Light Brigade, you die till the last. Britishers also say, live to fight another day. So that is what Pakistan thought.
पाकिस्तान thought कि आज बच जाओ,
आज
कल
live
वापस
to fight
आएंगे.
another day. So, knowing that
Yeah.
they have been defeated, they have suffered casualties, that was the time they started running. The enemy stood vanquished, defeated,
Okay.
not only physically, but also morally, also mentally.
Right, sir.
Now you asked a question about casualties.
Yeah.
Enemy left behind 10 dead. What about the casualties?
At the Indian
They
side.
wounded.
Yeah.
Now what happens is, the feature is high.
Yeah.
Our side is 7 kilometers away, that is 8,000 feet. Even enemy side is very steep. So he rolled onto his side.
अच्छा.
You know, this side is Indian territory.
Yeah.
This is an enemy post.
Yeah.
What is the other side? Other side is their area.
Yeah.
So he rolled down on the other side to safety and he ran away,
Okay.
carrying his wounded. But dead he cannot carry.
Yeah. So they left
So
the dead
dead
there.
bodies were left behind.
What was the casualty count on the Indian side?
Yes. Before the casualties,
Yeah.
you see, what happens is, is a bad army which will start calculating their wounded and dead immediately after the battle. No. There is something known as counterattack.
Okay.
The enemy can regroup and attack again to regain the post. So therefore, reorganization is very important. What is reorganization?
कैप्चर करके उसको होल्ड करो.
Since I was the company commander at that time,
Yeah.
I relocated the platoons in all-round defense. I also requested the Charlie Company to take all-round defense so that if enemy counterattack comes, it can be countered.
That we are
Now,
prepared for it.
In the reorg, what other things happened? Besides putting the troops on the ground in all-round defense to face the enemy.
Yeah.
That is their side. Some people fire more ammunition, some less. So this redistribution of ammunition also must take place. Once the reorg is done and you are fully established, that is the time you can say your
Mission is
attack is
accomplished.
complete. You have captured the post.
Your
Not before.
operation was successful. That is
That
when you
is
can
the
say.
time
Acha.
CO was already at the highest point
Okay.
when I was carrying out the reorg. I went up to him. I reported,
Yeah.
okay, sir, feature has been captured. And now I have called in for the medical support
Yeah.
to look after the casualties. I will give you the report as to how many casualties and otherwise later on. Once he got the confirmation and he saw also, daylight was there. At 4:45, national flag was hoisted, tricolor. And
I'm sure that's
our-
a different feeling
our-
altogether.
You see, we have got standing operating
Yeah.
procedures.
Yeah.
Our signalers, they are very, very efficient people. Along with the movement of the battle, they were laying the telephone line. Moment the attack was completed, the telephone was there. CO on the telephone informed the brigade commander that
The operation was
point
successful.
3620 has been captured by
Captured.
Fort Rajput.
Awesome.
Now,
Kya baat.
another thing, we have very light pistols.
Yeah.
During the briefing, in the orders, it is established what is this sign of showing all around that attack is successful and feature has been captured. That is, you fire very light pistol. You have green and red.
Yeah.
You say green over red over green. Signal was given. Thereafter, the medical people came. Now, very important.
Yeah.
Some people, they held that helicopters should have been pressed into service for evacuation of casualties. I do not subscribe to that. That is a wrong request they were making. Because such huge boulders, how can a helicopter land there?
Yeah.
Helicopter requires
This
helipad to even land in peacetime.
This request was made by.
Oh, see, there are so many detractors. If they had sent helicopters, people could have been saved. No, that is idiocy. It's not done. So, now, someone can ask, okay, those people who, we have a category known as walking wounded. Those who are not critically wounded, they have to walk back. From Kargil post, the base was 7 kilometers.
My God.
And absolutely steep descent.
So are you telling me that you walked back?
I told you helicopters didn't come.
My God.
So now what happens? Walking wounded is okay. The same distance, if not 2 hours, they will
It'll take more time.
do it in 6 hours.
Yeah.
But what about those who cannot
Walk.
stand and walk?
Yeah.
No. You require 4 stretcher bearers
Yeah.
to carry one
Person.
casualty.
Okay.
Now tell me, at a steep angle of 1:3, I hope you know gradient. Shimla ka gradient, when you go, is 1 in 10. Kufri or Dikshai is 1 in 7. Meaning 1 foot in how many feet is the gradient? That gradient was 1 in 3. 3 foot में 1 foot आप नीचे जा रहे हैं. So it was a huge descent, 7 kilometers. How will the stretcher bearers carry the casualties? It was a Herculean task.
I'm sure.
I too walked those 7 this thing. A friend of mine asked me. I showed him the photograph of troops who had captured 3620 standing with tricolor.
Yeah.
He said, "Where are you?" I said, "You tell me." He thought कि someone resembling कि ये है. I said, "I told you I was wounded. I was in the hospital, not getting photographs done."
Yeah.
Anyway, I reached the base and I went to the hospital. There they shaved off one side and they put 12 stitches.
अच्छा सिर की एक साइड 12 stitches.
Yeah, they had to shave.
My God. So, इतने बड़े wound के साथ you were going on with the war.
Yes. It
रुके
had to
नहीं
be
आप.
done. No.
My God.
So this is where your leadership counts. 2 things can happen. Either you are so shaken up that when you are told to go back, you go. The second is you defy the odds and say, no, my loyalty is with the troops. Till the last breath, I will be with them. That is what I chose. So I got my
Hats
treatment
off to your courage, sir.
I got my treatment done. Next thing I want to tell you is
Yeah.
immediate awards.
अच्छा.
Normally, through proper channels, the recommendations reach Delhi. The think tank of the army and the civilians, that is the Ministry of Defense, they go through the details and they decide who all will get the award.
Okay.
But the government announced immediate awards for 1 Mahavir Chakra for Major Randhawa and 3 Veer Chakras. I was one of them.
Okay, this is where you got the Veer Chakra.
Where I got the Veer Chakra.
Right, sir.
And that, as I told you earlier, father and son getting 3 decorations, very rare. Now, another important thing happened. Normally, for a single attack, defense minister level people don't come. But in our case, it was such a vital attack, such an important attack for the army and the nation.
Yeah.
The defense minister, Mr. Y.B. Chauhan, he came all the way to Kargil to meet the gallantry award winners.
That must have been morale boosting, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These are the recognition
Yeah.
which
These
makes
things matter.
your training, makes your going to war
ये
worthwhile.
चीजें matter करती हैं, sir. I'm sure. What was the enemy's weaponry like once you captured the peak?
Okay.
तो क्या
No,
वहाँ पर आपने
you
क्या
see,
देखा?
As I said,
Yeah.
not meaning to be untruthful, not to let down or अपनी जय जयकार बोलनी. But people do exaggerate their war stories, their war happenings, achievements.
Yeah.
But in our case, I will give you the photograph if you want to show to people,
Sure, so why not?
where all the weapons captured from Pakistan points 13620 have been displayed in the photographs, where I am there in uniform, also my CO.
Wow.
Enemies captured weapons, 2-inch, 3-inch mortars, 2-inch mortars, MMGs, LMGs are all there. And what happens is, the army gives these as war awards.
अच्छा, okay.
These are war trophies.
Okay.
We are keeping them in our Fort Rajput quarter guard.
Oh, that's awesome.
They are displayed there. Now,
It's a memory.
That is a great morale booster
memory. That's
for
a
the new generation. When they see, they ask, what are the weapons? They say these were captured after attack of Kargil.
Kargil, 1965. Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. You are the pride of our nation. The Indian Army is the pride of our nation as well. I'm so glad and I feel such honor कि आपने हमारे लिए टाइम निकाला एंड अपनी जर्नी इतने अच्छे तरीके से हमें समझाई. आई एम श्योर पीपल आर मोटिवेटेड विद दिस पॉडकास्ट. दे अंडरस्टैंड कि एक आर्मी ऑफिसर होना क्या मायने रखता है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग सर. एक ट्विस्ट है 1971 वॉर, वी विल डिस्कस दैट फॉर श्योर. बट उसमें एक ट्विस्ट है, एक सरप्राइज गेस्ट, एक सीक्रेट गेस्ट आ रहा है. आई विल नॉट रिवील दैट राइट नाउ, बट वील डू इट in the next podcast. Thank you so much once again, sir.
Thank you very much once again for affording me the opportunity of sharing my experience with everyone.
It's an absolute pleasure and honor, sir. Thank you. आज कर्नल रणबीर सिंह के साथ पॉडकास्ट करके हमने ये जाना कि एक फौजी होना क्या होता है. ये सफ़र सिर्फ जज्बे और जंग का नहीं बल्कि बलिदान का भी है. I have always had a very deep and profound respect for all the army personnel, for all the armed force personnel, for guarding us, for keeping us safe. नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में एक बहुत ही खास मेहमान आने वाले हैं कर्नल रणबीर के साथ. सो स्टे ट्यून्ड, बहुत जल्द मिलेंगे. जय हिंद.